Hey everybody, this is Danielle Brigoli, and I know you're probably wondering why I would want to feature this idiot on my channel, and it's because she's kind of a fascinating window into how, at least in the States anyway, we started to digest entertainment. Somewhere within the last, 20 or so years, we have gone from trying to find anything valid in our entertainment and our art to just kind of wanting to witness train wrecks. And that's exactly what this is. She is only famous because she's a fucking asshole. She was an asshole on live TV, and now she's a millionaire. And how did she get there? Well, all she had to do was be shitty to her mom on Dr. Phil, and then some idiot decided to give her a briefcase full of money and a recording contract to become a rap artist, which is what you do with anyone when they show a persona and some kind of bit of a charisma. I'll admit that maybe she has that, and that's all you need to do. You find someone that will get people to watch you, and you give them money to put out a product, and that's what she is. And now she's insanely wealthy, and I don't know if that's how things are presented anywhere outside of the United States, but it seems like here, if you want to be famous or be reputable in any way, all you have to do is be a fucking shithead, and the loudest shithead gets the most money. And I don't know when this happened, but if I can look back on entertainment and the idea of the train wreck is something that we all can't look away from. It's natural, because at our basic level we can empathize with someone that is committing a horrible sense of failure in a public forum. We can empathize with that and being like, oh God, I couldn't imagine being there, but at the same time you can, and that's why you tune in. You want to see someone crash and burn publicly instead of yourself, because everybody has a bit of a phobia of that whole public speaking thing. That's a huge phobia, and by watching someone go out there and become a complete fool in front of an audience, you get to live vicariously through that. It's like watching a horror movie, and you watch it for the kills. You want to see someone die on camera because you have this slight infatuation with death. We all do. That whole unknown aspect. But I don't know why this has become the pinnacle of American entertainment. Cardi B, a fucking stripper pulled out of the hood and given millions of dollars to be a moron. And the problem is that this is infecting more than just pop, and you see it everywhere. And Conor McGregor, a good UFC fighter. Is he a great fighter? I can't really tell you that, but I have a lot of friends that digest all things mixed martial arts, and they will swear up and down that he is not a sound fighter. And I'll trust their judgment on it, but I watch the way he fights, and I can kind of see what they're saying. But he should have been outcast from the UFC forever ago. But they keep giving him chances because he gets eyeballs on screens because he's a fucking asshole, just like she is. And I don't know when the desire to find something worthwhile in entertainment, in art, became so inverted, at least in the States. But I understand the superficial allure of the train wreck, the idea that, oh my God, I need to witness this, but then you go about your day and you try to find something that represents actual value. But we kind of stopped doing that. And I don't know if it was a turn of the century thing. I know that shows like Family Guy are built on the train wreck. Watching something that's a complete catastrophe unfold in front of you has an allure. But at some point that became our focal point, and now we're just giving huge briefcases of money to fucking dickheads, and that causes us to not want to succeed. We realize that the low-hanging fruit is by acting like a fool, and most people can do that easily in a public forum. I mean, I do that every time I upload a video to you guys, but I digress on that. But either way, this is bleeding into other forms of music where it doesn't belong. And now we have characters like this one. This is kind of the same deal. Everybody knows this guy, Chris Barnes. And he has been in the headlines lately for being a fucking dickhead. And he makes a passing comment about his views on death metal vocals, and it blows up because he's widely understood as being fucking terrible at vocals, and he's criticizing other people, and yeah, that gets clicks. But at the same time, why are we giving space to someone online for these kind of outbursts? Like, this guy has been in the toilet for 30 years, and we're just enamored with the idea of, like, what did he say? What did he do? Oh my God, he's such a train wreck. Let's listen to what he has to say. Don't fucking listen to what he has to say. We should fucking yank the mic right out of his gross hand here. But still, we're just enamored by it. It's like, if we see a headline about something this buffoon says, we're gonna click on it because we want to see him bury himself further. And the reason for this is people aren't enamored with success because success is difficult to attain. It's not relatable. What is relatable is failure. We've all done it in a way. Very few of us have been successful, but we all understand the idea of falling short. And we want to witness other people do it because we're once again trying to find ourselves in the entertainment that we consume, and we make it more about us than trying to figure out what they're trying to say as artists, as musicians, as whatever. So by putting ourselves in the process of understanding things, we enable idiots like Danielle Bregoli to be fucking millionaires. And we enable people like Conor McGregor to have endless second chances, even though they do something fucking horrific and should probably be banned from the UFC. We enable this fucking asshole to keep making records and keep touring instead of just turning our backs on it. And I'm sure there are people that are fans of 6 Feet Under. I don't know why, but I'm sure there are. But for the most part, he's a clown, and he is coasting on that clownness. And we're never going to get out of the rut we're in if the reason we celebrate celebrity is because of how big of a fucking asshole they are. And you know, I understand it. I get it. But that whole needing to relate to the player, relate to the artist or whatever, that is really eroding the idea that we can find something deeper than ourselves. And that's gone into the modern metal movement as well. That whole movement, that whole style coasts on the idea that it is duplicatable. We can go ahead and, if we have enough time, we can refine our skills and play what those people are playing. And when you hear it, when you see it, when you witness how it is being performed, it's all with all the instruction videos out there, you can go ahead and emulate that. It's all put out there so that you can look at the skill and not the message. So people immediately identify with that. They can identify with the playing, but not with what is being played. So they go ahead and find a way to get themselves across through that. I'm sure that when people are listening to modern output by metal artists, they're not looking for them. They're not looking for what the artist is saying. They're looking for a window into themselves as listeners so that they can find a way to emulate it, because they're putting themselves in the process where they normally don't belong. And the same can be said for the train wreck. And the idea that your fear of public failure and your fear of falling short in such a monumental way where you can't look away is what's going to compel you to keep watching these things unfold. We really should shun this. I get it. I do it too, and it's impossible to look away completely. It's always going to be there. But rewarding it is just insane. It is insane that we give the highest regards to the people that fail the hardest in a public forum. But that's where we're at, and I think that this is going to be inverting the paths towards actual success that people can take, because you can go ahead and see that all you have to do is be a jerk and you'll get somewhere. And all you have to do is do something that is easy to emulate, which is failure, which is technique, and you'll get somewhere. You'll get followers, you'll get listeners. It's pretty sad that we are no longer focusing on finding something that is larger than us, finding something that transcends the normal human idiocy that is on display here, and we are just focused on that immediate gratification and the idea that we can do the bare minimum and we'll still be rewarded for that. it's really a punishing concept. And this whole concept is really going to inhibit our ability to get anything back that once was great within the metal genre, within all, even pop. You know, pop used to be built on song. It was always built on what could be relatable, but at the same time there was inherent thought put into the process. There was a timeless melody. There was things deeper than fucking and money. You explored concepts that everybody can relate to, like love, but at the same time, it was done in a deeper way. Like there's a world of difference between Michael Jackson and Danielle Bregoli, but still, if MJ were to be around now, I highly doubt that he would be at the top of the mountain. I think that someone that's a fucking moron like she is would go further, and it's really tragic. But I don't know. I don't see us getting out of it because it's so easy to find people being morons, because that's our base level. And now that anyone can see it with a quick click of a mouse, it's only going to get worse. But yeah, that's about all I have to say about that. We're in a rough spot, and I cannot see us rewarding good behavior anytime soon.